Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
Rescue, may I speak to you for a minute?
Oh, but... Okay. Is this about what happened in Hollis's mind?
Yes.
I can explain.
No need. Do you remember this place, Rasputin?
It's the collective unconscious, the shared portion of all human psyches.
I thought this might be a good place to talk about the incredible access we Psychonauts have, and the trust that goes with it.
I know. I really messed up. I thought I could fix it.
You thought you could manipulate another person's mind to bend their will to your own. There are few things worse, Rasputin. Agent Forsyth seems to feel you've learned your lesson, and that no further consequences are needed. I think she's being too lenient. Next time you find yourself in someone's mind and it occurs to you to overreach your boundaries, use this.
Smelling salts?
These will cause you to exit the brain immediately, before any damage is done. You may also use this place to return to some of the mines you've already visited, of course, if you feel there is some unfinished business there. Use the smelling salts when you feel ready to leave.
Thanks, Sasha. And I'm sorry. Looks like Sasha's implanted office construct hasn't completely broken down yet. Let's see what I can find. Oh! So pretty, so wise. I recognize that sound. My little friend is back. Good to see you, buddy. I might need some help getting around this. Could you give me a lift? Thanks for the ride. I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby. What's that sound? I recognize that sound. My little friend is back. Goodness, may I trouble you for a bubble? Got a little bubble juice in my nose that time. here's the steamer trunk tab. Here's something. I reckon. Hey, little buddy. I need to get somewhere quick. That always makes me a little dizzy. Yep. Good to see you, buddy. May I trouble you for a bubble? Thanks, buddy. What's that sound? I think I hear something. All of Lobato's emotional baggage is now sorted. Maybe he'll be better now? The note I found at the casino was really bothering me. I should go to Truman's office and talk to Lily about it.
Maddening.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't blame you for being fascinated with me.
Mia?
Yes, darling.
What do you think about those casino papers, Mia?
Well, they were very disturbing, I'll say that. Dripping with resentment and a fishy smell.
That's the caviar. Great job on the casino mission, Dustpan.
Not so bad yourself, Egg Beater.
Ah, well, you know.
Now I know you would never tinker with my mind like that, darling, because I would levitate you to the moon.
Understood. Is it pronounced Mia or Mila?
Well, it's short for Camila, you know? But when I first started here, Sasha mispronounced it and I thought it was so cute. I didn't have the heart to correct him, and now I kind of like it, darling.
Well, I'll stop bothering you now.
Never a bother, darling. Ciao.
Need any help, Sasha?
Yes, from him.
Me?
Help me find the answers I need.
Oh, so this is all my fault.
Have any suspicions?
No, that's the frustrating thing. How could anyone in the Psychonauts do this? And how could they keep it a secret?
Maybe he just hatched this scheme on his own?
He has no motivation.
Oh, hello, Dad.
Someone hired him, and, given his access to Truman, someone on the inside.
So about Maligula.
She's dead, Rasputin. Ford Cruller made sure of that. Nothing for you to worry about.
At least we made it out of the rhombus of ruin.
You performed well in the field, Rasputin. I'll make sure Agent Forsyth finds out all about it in my report. Just as soon as I'm done here.
Why do you think he won't cooperate? He seemed to have such a big change of heart back in the rhombus.
Someone has conditioned him, hypnotically, to be unable to tell us, even if he wanted to. But who?
Let's go back into his mind.
You can use the brain tumbler to go back into his mind, but I don't think you'll find anything we didn't find the first time.
I'll let you get back to the interrogation. Sorry I can't help.
You've done a lot, Rasputin. Thank you. You might detect a slight burning odor. Nothing to worry about.
What's up, little guy?
Hey,
Kid?
hey,
Kid?
oh! Yep. I love these things. Were you just talking to Harold?
You know that rat? I need to catch an animal for my mentor.
Why?
I'm hoping not to find out. It's creepy enough visiting Compton in his psycho-isolation chamber.
There's a psycho-isolation chamber here?
Yeah, outside, on the other side of the quarry. Now, where did that rat go?
Hey, Adam.
Harold!
Thanks for helping me out with those security drones.
Well, thanks for giving me back my third dimension. I owe you big time. If Lizzie or any other interns give you a hard time, you come talk to the big dog, yeah? You're all right, kid.
Scanning. Access. Granted.
Nope. I see Agent Forsyth over there. Can't leave this card lying around. Agent Forsyth? Agent Forsyth? I just wanted to say how sorry I am.
Think you've learned anything from that little misadventure in Turnaquato?
You should always do what the teacher says.
Not what I was looking for, but I like it. You're here to learn, Rasputin, and there's no learning without mistakes. Even I learned something from that unplanned vacation. My security was way too open. especially with a mole in the organization.
Permission requested to go outside.
Permission denied. We are under lockdown until we get a handle on this mole situation.
Any leads on the mole?
Here's something. Did you know that Maligula was from the nation of Grulovia? Isn't that the same country that your family, the Aquatos, come from?
Yes, but...
Oh, don't worry. Many families fled Grulovia during the war and after. It's just interesting is all.
Sorry to bother you. I know you're busy.
I always have time for my interns, Aquato. Now get out of my sight.
Agent
Yep.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
Lily, how is he?
Oh, Raz, I can't figure out what's wrong. These plants are supposed to feed off his psychic energy and help me figure out what's going on. But they keep dying. I think his Silurian poisoning must be worse than we thought.
Listen, Lily. I have to talk to you about something I found on the casino mission. Have you been contacted by any strangers or even someone you know acting funny? Trying to...
To turn me into a spy and help kidnap my dad? Is that what you're implying?
No, but I wanted to warn you. People are going to ask.
Look, I know I talk smack about the Psychonauts and say they aren't what they used to be. And I know I'm a terrible daughter and a disappointment to my father, okay? But... Oh, never mind!
Lily, hang on!
Rasputin.
Truman! You're awake! Hang on, let me tell the others!
No, Rasputin, no one must know. There's a spy among us. We don't know who to trust.
But...
If the wrong person hears what I'm about to tell you, people could die.
But, Lily!
We must keep this information from her to protect her.
Truman, I don't understand. Who kidnapped you?
I only saw that psycho in the shower cap.
But Lobato must have had help. We think it's the delusionists. And they're even trying to bring back...
Maligula. It's true. That's what I was working on when I was taken.
They can't really bring her back, though, right? Sasha says it's impossible.
It wouldn't be the first time the Psychonauts underestimated Maligula's power. Listen, Rasputin. Maligula is coming back. And we only have one hope. There's one person who knows how to fight her. You need to bring him here. Bring back Ford Cruller. Can you do that for me, Raz? Can you bring back Agent Cruller and find out what he knows? Rasputin, this is a mission about the fate of the world. And I have no one else I can trust. You must bring Ford here. Can you do that?
Yes, if I can find some bacon.
I'm going to ignore that last part because it makes no sense to me. But I'm trusting that you know what you're doing. And I'm trusting that you'll tell no one, Rasputin. The fate of the free-thinking world is in your hands.
Okay, Grandhead Zanotto. You can trust me. I'll get Ford.
Good boy. Go now. We're running out of time.
Wait, how am I gonna summon Agent Cruller?
Beats me. Said something about bacon.
Oh, right. He really loves bacon.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access denied.
Oh, got it.
So glad I don't have kids.
Yep.
Psy cards piling up. Turn on brand new mental connection pins available. Great! Great that I finally got rid of that. Whew. Let's combine that Psy-Core with your card so you can rank up. Thanks for visiting the Automatic. Treat yourself to a psychic access today. Get a bigger Psy pouch and keep that Psytanium contanium.
Yep.
You mean you're a manatee?
No, mentee. As in, you're my mentee.
Challenge markers are like a hobby of mine. Hey, since my mentor is still out of commission...
Back off, Raz. This one's mine. Now then, where were we?
Probably just saved a life taking this off the market. Hi.
Huh?
Hi.
Huh?
Hi.
Huh?
Almost had it. I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance. Hey, did the bacon delivery come in yet?
Yep, and I'm already sold out. Sorry.
What? You don't have one piece of bacon?
Well, just the one I was saving for my ferrets. Okay, you can have it. It fell on the floor anyway.
I don't mind.
Gross. Okay, I'm closing up shop. Enjoy your dirty bacon, kid.
Well, here goes nothing. I'm not sure if you're still a psychic stowaway inside my head, Ford. But if you are...
Ooh, is that honey pepper boar bacon? Oh, I haven't had that since my days back at headquarters? Rasputin, what are you doing back here? I'm not supposed to be here. Oh, but I do miss the old honey pepper.
We need you here, Agent Cruller. Grand Head Zanotto asked for you himself.
What's that? Oh, you found Truman. Oh, good job there, Rasputin.
Yes, and he says you're the only one who can help us fight Maligula.
But Maligula?
Yes, someone's trying to bring her back to life, and there's a mole in the Psychonauts, and we have a ton of work to do.
Yes, work to do. Shoes to clean, hair to cut, mail to sort.
Now, if you don't mind, Agent Cruller, I'm just gonna take a quick peek under the hood to see what we're dealing with here.
Oh, sure, kid. Knock yourself out.
Interesting. The campfire at Whispering Rock. I haven't been here for days. I remember this guy. He always seemed to be missing something up top to me. Aha! Here's the top to that stump and a little torch. So it was Ford Cruller in his prime. That's more like it. Auto Mentalis. Well, he looks basically the same. Auto Mentalis. Well, he looks basically the same. Aw, poor Helmet Fullbear. I guess I'll never get to see his famous Psychotacy. Aw, poor Helmet Fullbear. I guess here's Lily's great uncle, Bob. Man, that beard must have taken forever to carve. Here's Lily's great uncle, Bob. Man, that beard must have taken forever to carve. That's right. There were 7 stumps at camp. I wonder if he's any better with animals. Compton Bull, grandfather of my friend Dogan. I wonder if he's any better with animals. I hope I get to meet Cassiopeia someday. I have some questions about her book. Ho! Lucretia Mux. Huh. Wonder why she's not included in the Psychic 6. I mean, I guess because that would make it the Psychic 7. But still, she must have been important, or Ford wouldn't have carved her. There's a note to Ford in here. Looks like it's from Auto Mentalis, Cruller. I think it's time we add a 3rd psychic to our research team. Her name is Lucretia Mux. She's hoping to get out of Grulovia, where her husband was just killed in the war. I know you have concerns about hydraulic mining, Ford, but with Lucretia's powerful hydrokinesis, we could wash the Titanium out of these caves in no time. I feel like the 2 of us have been digging forever, but with Lucy's help, I feel like I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, this is worse than I thought.
Well, I seem to remember the inside of your mind wasn't so neat and tidy either.
Agent Cruller, I'm here to help. I want to unshatter your mind.
Nah, don't bother. I've tried for years. Whoever dropped the kablooey on this man really didn't want to put back together again. And to tell you the truth, there were some parts of this old brain that weren't doing me much good anyway. Who needs to think about the past all the time, eh? Some memories are best left alone. Now let's get out of here before that bacon gets cold.
But Ford! Now, I'm not saying it will be easy, but let's just go see Truman, and I'm sure he'll... Agent Cruller? Ford? Oh, man. I need to find him before I report back to Truman. What was that work he said he had to do? Something about mail? And hair? And shoes?
Psychonium weighing you
happened to your
down.
hair?
Let the automatic
new guy in the
take a
scene.
load off.
Sorry, booked up all day.
I can wait.
You sure as shampoo can, but unless I get a cancellation, you're out of luck.
That's one Agent Cruller located. Need to find the other two before I regroup with Agent Zanotto. Agent Cruller, I need to talk to you.
Sorry, Senior League hours. Only members of the Senior League allowed.
Doesn't look like there's much left of the Senior League, except for Compton Boole? No kidding. Huh. Under office number, it just says psycho-isolation. Why would his office be in psycho-isolation? Guess I need to get out there to find out. 2 forts down. Only one more to find before I can go back to Truman.
Wanna squeeze in a couple of frames?
Scanning. Access. Granted.
Agent Cruller, it's me, Raz. Permission to enter?
Negative. Senior staff only.
Ford, it's me.
And who are you?
Don't you realize who I am?
Wait. If Nick John Smith is mentoring interns, he must be senior staff, right?
I'm telling my dad.
I should talk to him.
Special.
Oh no, Mr. John Smith. Hang on, Nick. I'll get you out of there.
Airman?
There you go, Nick. Now stay away from these machines. Hey, Nick. You're senior staff, right?
Pony?
Can you help me get into the back room? I need to talk to Agent Cruller.
Flat rate.
Look, Nick, I have a wild idea. Bear with me. If I get you a loner brain of equal or greater value to your own, then you help me get into the back room. Plus, I'll bet the loner brain will keep you safe from all this machinery.
First class.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Now, where can I find a brain? That's the final Ford. Time to debrief Truman. I think I'm gonna need his help. Yep. Yep. Truman. It's okay. We're alone.
Where's Cruller?
I got him to the base, but now he's locked in the bowling alley, and also the mailroom, and the hair salon.
Sounds like he's reverting to some old behavior. He's no good to us like that.
I think I could help him if I could just get closer to him. But to get closer, I need to do some stuff outside the base.
Put your head near this brain... thing. I should be able to... There! Full access. That should let you search the whole place, inside and out.
Okay. I'll try to get Ford and bring him back here.
No, Raz. You're going to find Ford Cruller, and you're going to fix him. You're going to make Ford Cruller whole again. This is just another mind in torment, Raz. It needs a Psychonaut to fix it. And I believe in you, Raz. I know you're ready for this.
Yes, sir, Agent Zanotto. I won't let you down. I'll put Ford back together again.
Godspeed, Psychonaut.
Scanning for fingerprint. Full access granted. Welcome, Grand Head Zanotto.
Hello, side chap. Yoink.
Rasputin Delgado, please report to the front desk. You have a visitor.
What?
Rasputin Avocado, you have multiple visitors waiting for you in the reception area.
Someone is here to see me?
Rasputin Aquado, please come down to the reception area immediately. Your visitors are creating a disturbance.
Oh no. Dad?
Rasputin, my boy, tell me, son, did you show them? Did you show them all?
Well, yeah, we rescued Truman from the kidnappers, so I guess?
That's my boy. So I suppose that means you're running this whole place now.
Dad, what are you doing here?
What? Well, we're here to support you, son.
We?
Of course. You really opened my eyes about the whole psychic thing, son. I'd been acting like a fool, I know that now. But your mother, I knew she'd need more convincing. She's not, after all, like us. Psychics, I mean.
You don't have to whisper that here.
So I thought if she saw where you were working and met all your new friends...
My mom's here.
Son, the whole family is here.
Oh, no.
Have you been practicing your acrobatics? He's definitely let his muscle tone suffer.
Hey, hey, hey!
I think he's put on a little weight.
He's not as flexible as I'd prefer.
Pull harder.
Just what is going on out here? Rasputin, stop goofing around and explain yourself. Who are these people?
We are the Aquatos! Traveling thrill givers and practitioners of the acrobatic arts!
Great. Well, this is a highly restricted area. The campgrounds are over the hill. Now, if you wouldn't mind hauling that wreck off our landing pad.
What did you say?
If it's too much trouble to haul it, I could always burn it for you.
Please, excuse us. We are Rasputin's family. We've come here to support him, not get in the way. We'll move our caravan to the campgrounds.
I want to play in the jet.
Maybe your brother can give us a tour later. Whenever he's ready, he knows where to find us.
Bye, Pooter.
That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Hi, Lily.
You here to take me into custody?
I'm sorry about that note.
You don't have to apologize. I'm the one who's sorry. I'm just sensitive because I am guilty.
Guilty of what?
I'm guilty of being a terrible daughter. I've been a jerk to my dad all year, and now I might never talk to him again.
You'll talk to him again.
How can you be so sure, Raz?
My psychic senses tell me so.
My psychic senses tell me that something is really wrong with him. I've been reaching out, and he's just not there.
Why do you feel like you've been a jerk?
He made me go to Whispering Rock, even though I thought it was kid stuff. I was mad, and the last thing I said to him was, I never want to follow in your footsteps.
Wow. That is bad.
I know. That's why I have to fix him. That can't be the last thing I say to him.
Anything I can do to help?
Well, actually, there is something I need.
Just name it.
There's a very special fungus that only grows in damp parts of the questionable area.
Say no more. I'm on it.
Thanks, Raz.
Looks like this is where Lily comes to work out some of her darker thoughts. Hi, Lily.
Hey.
Who do you think is the mole?
I haven't even had time to think about that. All I really want to think about right now is my father.
What do you think of these interns?
Oh, the new kids? Honestly, I haven't paid too much attention to them. I'm just so focused on my dad right now.
Hey, that time we were thinking I was just pretty cool, and if you,
Sorry, Raz. I can't even make sense of what you're saying. I guess I'm just too preoccupied.
So the casino mission was pretty exciting.
I'm sure it was, Raz. I'll read the debrief later. But right now, I need to focus on my dad.
I'll check in with you later, all right? Don't worry about your dad. He'll be okay.
I hope so.
This thing is sharp. Mentally. Ooh, fancy. Yep.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
Nice to see you again, Rasputin. And you've managed to stay clothed. Very good.
Wow. Look at all these gadgets.
Gadgets?
Sorry, machines. Psycho-reactive technology?
Rasputin, I thought you would recognize these for what they are. These are dreams. Where do you think machines come from? They spring forth from the human imagination. They are human thought made real. I invented that one when I was angry. When I designed that one, I was sad. That one, I was just hungry.
Incredible.
Glad you liked them. You know, I'm not supposed to check out equipment to interns, but Agent 9 seems to put a lot of faith in you, my boy. So, if you'd like to try one out, just let me know.
Oh, man. I can't Agent Mentalis?
Yes, Rasputin?
Got any cool devices to lend out?
Shh! Interns aren't allowed to check out my devices. But if you were to take your time, say, delivering one of these to Sasha or Mia, well, that would be none of my business. This one is a thought tuner. Use it to find stray thoughts floating around the world. And this psi-enhanced camera is for creating photographic memories. I'd train you how to use them, but that would only increase my legal liability. Have fun. And thanks for delivering those items to Sasha and Mia.
What's your theory on the mole?
Oh, I really haven't thought too much about it. Maybe I should make a lie detector.
So is Maligula as bad as people say?
Oh, I don't like to think about that name. If my device had just worked better that day, so many things would be different now.
What device did you build to fight Maligula?
The hyper-hyglaciator. It amplified our hydrokinetic powers and allowed us to freeze water semi-permanently. But Maligula threw our friend Helmet in the water just before the device went off. He was frozen so deeply in my hyper-ice, we were never able to recover his body. Only Ford saw it happen, and he's unable to tell us where to look for it.
How do these machines make contact with your mind?
The secret is the Psytanium. It's a psychoreactive quartz-like mineral that responds to and amplifies psychic energy. It vibrates with the psychic waves, driving the machines.
Well, I ought to let you get back to work.
Very, very humorous.
Yep. Approved hazing rituals for new agents. Some things never change, I guess. Got a sidecar.
You shouldn't be back here. It's not safe. Also,
Almost
personal
had it.
bubble.
I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance. Nobody's eaten you yet? Well, don't take it personally. That's enough of that. Okay, let's see if there are any stray thoughts around here.
Do not point that thing at me.
Hear anything interesting?
Yeah, you don't want to wear something like that for too long. People might think this thought tuner looks dorky, but I think it's cool. That thing was making my ears hot. Is it this direction? See ya, thought tuner. Yep. You don't want to wear something like that for too long. I'm getting the sense here. Thoughts. Found some thoughts. Thanks, thought tuner.
Morris Martinez, and you're listening to KLOB. We probe the mother lode.
Did a rundown circus caravan come through here lately?
Sure did.
Straight thoughts, I'm thinking. People might think this thoughts. Straight thoughts.
Coach was trying to throw it out, but I knew it was fixable.
With this transmitter, KLOB...
Hey, Gisu.
Rasputin Aquato. Say, you seem like the reckless and resourceful type. I have a challenge that I think is perfect for a young man of your disposition. Interested?
Whatever it is, I'm into it.
Wow, even more reckless than I thought. Impressive. Here's the issue. My mentor, Otto Mentalis, deployed several psychoseismometers like this one to detect and collect negative psychic residue. Problem is, he kind of forgot about them for a long time. So now they're all overloaded and unstable. I thought instead of me going around venting all these nasty things and stealing all the glory...
You want me to do it?
For extra credit. You're welcome. And to free me up for more high-minded engineering work.
Okay.
Come on, Wait, you said yes? All right, good man. Well, if you survive, be sure to report back, okay?
Hey, guys.
Busted. Now we gotta burn this site and find a new base of operations.
What?
Pirate radio, Gisu. Gotta be ready to bug out in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.
Relax, Morris. I'm not a narc.
Exactly what a narc would say.
Where'd you get the radio?
Gisu fixed up Coach's old transmitter and made it more powerful.
Just be careful you don't fall asleep on that thing and broadcast your dreams out to the world.
Who would ever be dumb enough to do that?
Meh. Okay, I need to go report my findings to the radio police.
Ha ha.
I'll take that card. Oh, can't leave this card lying around. Just like it can. think I got the order wrong. There we go. I knew I was good at science. Come with me, the Psi challenge marker. One rank up for me, one new home for you, Psi challenge marker. Psychar!
Hi! Hi! Hey, over here! What's your name?
Hello.
Finally! I thought you'd never say hi. I tell ya, I have been waiting for someone to come visit for a long time. I was starting to think I was invisible. You ever get that feeling? Well, there was this one girl who looked kind of like a blue scarecrow, but she scared me. But you seem nice, so did I guess your name right?
It's Raz.
Oh, that was the very next name I was going to say, I swear. So, how long are you committing yourself for?
4 years.
Wow, that's a lot. Why don't you just try it for a little bit and we go from there?
Try what now?
Psycho-isolation, silly. We don't commit people anymore without their consent. Unless they're a danger to themselves or others.
How many people you got in there?
Oh, just Agent Boole right now. He likes it in there. Keeps him from feeling overwhelmed by all the you-know-what in the woods.
Squirrels?
Voices. He can't shut them out. Can you believe he even finds me overwhelming? So anyway, I've got a nice room ready for you if you'd like it.
Actually, I'm just here to visit Agent Boole.
Oh, well, okay. Just be careful. Don't ask him too many things at once, or he'll curl up into a little ball and something might explode. Hi!
I see what you're doing there. Oh, you think you're clever, don't you?
Looks like there's a Senior League membership card stuck in this frame.
Hey, don't even look at that. It's private.
Agent Boole?
Huh?
Hi, I'm Rasputin. I'm a friend of your grandson.
Oh, no. He hasn't hurt anybody else, has he?
No humans that I know of.
Good. Good.
Do you need help getting out of there?
No, I put myself in here.
Why did you put yourself in there?
Well, I was feeling a little overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, accidents happen.
I see Lizzie introduced you to Harold.
Oh, no. Harry Kasparov here showed up on his own.
So why is Lizzie still out there looking for animals?
Oh, well, I mostly sent her away just because there was too many voices in here. Hint, hint.
Agent Boole, I need your help.
Oh, no. With what?
I need help catching the mole and the Psychonauts.
Sorry, don't do moles. Their little snouts give me the heebie-jeebies.
No, I mean there's a counter-spy in the organization.
Oh, well, I'm retired from spy work. A danger to myself and to others, they say.
Who would say that?
Me.
I need help fighting Maligula.
Ah! You need to warn a gentleman before slapping him in the face with a name like that. She's long gone, but the scars are still painful.
Someone's trying to bring Maligula back.
Ah! Well, I suppose I had enough warning that time. Listen, Maligula is dead and gone. Even if she were to return, I was no help fighting her the first time. I'll be sitting out any future Maligula battles for everyone's protection. For everyone's protection.
I need a Senior League membership card.
What? Well, don't look at mine.
Please, Agent Boole. It's important.
That bowling card is a precious memento of a dear friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did she die?
No, she's somewhere. Out in the forest.
What? Well, let's go find her.
Well, I've tried for years, but I just can't anymore.
Never mind. I don't need any help.
If you say so.
Almost had it. I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance.
Hi!
Got it! You! This is too pretty. Yep.
Hey, you guys were just kidding with that story about the Green Needle Woods, right?
Yep. Agent Boole?
Huh?
Agent Boole, I need your help.
Oh, no.
Please let me borrow your Senior League membership card.
No! Now buzz off! Buzz off! Hey, hang on a second. Exactly what I was thinking, Harold. The bees could help. Cassie and I always loved working with bees in the forest. If you could bring me just one bee, I'll bet I could talk to it and find out where my Cassie is.
No kidding?
Here, take this and hurry.
Okay, one bee coming up. Okay, I'm off to the Forgetful Forest to find a bee for Agent Boole. This is a serious mission, no matter how adorable it sounds. Ow!
Oops! Sorry, little brother. I thought you were a rabid squirrel.
Knock it off, Crazy!
Careful! It gets pretty advanced up here. Not for little kids.
Doesn't look like a death trap to me. Yet. Just gently release the... Ooh! Hey! Uh-oh. It's accessed some sort of fight-or-flight center in my own brain. I shoot! Almost had it. I just need to focus on... machines are more work than I expected, but it looks more stable now. Must be safe. I don't hear any ticking. Crazy? You up here? I'm telling Mom you threw a rock at me.
It was a pine cone, you baby.
Ow!
That was a rock.
I'm warning you. Looks like the Aquato family circus has traveled through here all right.
Yep, we had to hightail it out into the woods because you're ashamed of being an Aquato.
I'll stop being ashamed of that if you stop being ashamed of being a psychic.
Oh, you're asking for it, Raspy.
Frazee, it's okay. You can tell Dad now. You don't have to hide anymore.
This is your last warning.
Frazee? Ow!
More where that came from.
I think the entrance to the Forgetful Forest is somewhere here in the questionable area. Guess my family has chosen where to set up the Aquato Dome. I'll take that card.
This is Morris Martinez, and you're listening to KLOB.
Creepy, there you are.
Aw, man, you found my private dancing place.
Sorry.
Too late. You ruined it.
Mom's looking for you.
If you want to be be a spy so bad, why not start spying on your family over in the campgrounds?
There better be a real Yeti in here or I want my money back. Oh! Can't leave this card lying around. Oh! I want to believe in Sasclops, but you're not making it easy, guys. Yep. Please, Nessie would totally win because Nessie is real. Yeah, that's for inciting violence between cryptids. Ooh. Hey, what's back here? Better grab this before it hurts somebody. Yep. I'm starting to see why this questionable area went out of business. What are you listening to?
Some local radio station. I have no idea where it's coming from, but I love it.
Oh, can I listen to it with you?
No.
Yep. What? There are no rules in horseshoes. Just the shoe, the stake, and your mind. Target practice. Ah, there we go. Warning shot. Titanium. Oh. I'm sensing some stray dots nearby. Okay, let's see if there are any stray dots around. Yep.
Go check on Nona, jerk. Every day with her could be our last.
Just a little farther. Aha! There are some stray dots. Oh, Psychonauts!
Go see Mom in the campgrounds. She's worried sick about you.
Yep. Yep. Hey, I just want to dance with you.
I need my me time.
Now! Please do not flush tarot cards down the toilet. Just because you don't like your fortune is no reason to. This one's even worse. Warning. Animals in the questionable area are not under our control, and we are not liable for bites, scratches, or burnings. Oops. Yep. Ooh, a funicular. I mean, who doesn't love that? Oh,
Don't even think about getting on that funicular before you visit your family.
Looks like there's just one more part to find. Got it! Ah, kids today. That pun is just one of the things I love about funiculars. Whee! Here we go! What was I doing? Funicular! Well, I mean, in their defense, they're not called fasticulars. Ho! Yep. Hey, Frazee.
Raz, why haven't you gone to see Mom yet?
I'm scared.
You should be. The whole family hates you now, but they have the right to tell you that to your face.
Okay, I'll go right now.
Good. Then come back here so I can make you feel bad too.
Let me guess. The fireworks went down instead of up? Yoink! That's a special fungus, but I don't think it's a very special fungus. This is such a misunderstanding of Psytanium, I can't even bear to read it. This Psytanium is fake. Got a sidecar. I find all these facts questionable. I find all these facts questionable. Why didn't I stock up on side pops? Is slow, but I think this guy is overstating. I'll take that card. Man, this part... Crazy? I know it's you. I'm not stupid.
Ah, crud, it's you. I thought I finally caught a critter.
Why are you hunting? Aren't they feeding you?
I'm interning with Compton Bull. He sent me out here to catch him some animals.
I really don't know if you should be bringing animals to Agent Bull. His grandson is a friend of mine, but that family can be a little bit rough on animals.
Oh? And you've never psy-blasted a squirrel, nature boy? That's what I thought. Anyway, it's no use. I'd have to go deeper into the Forgetful Forest for any really good animals, and there's no way I'm going in there.
Why? Telekinetic bears?
Has nobody told you? About the Green Needle Witch who haunts these woods? Her mother was a banshee, and her father was a porcupine.
Let me guess. She hates children and kills them on sight.
No, she loves children. She follows them through the forest, and when she catches them, she gives them a big hug.
That doesn't sound so...
Impaling them on her needles, filling them with holes.
Okay, if you could just let me down now.
Children beware. She's there. She's there. The Green Needle Witch has waited. She wants a hug. Don't dare. Don't dare. Or soon you'll be perforated.
I'm getting a strong psychic sense that Lizzie and Norma are sisters. Sibling detection is one of the less celebrated tools in the Psychonauts playbook. The kind they don't get badges for. Looks like a great place to get those bees for Compton. Okay, I'm just gonna take one of you on a little trip to see an old friend. Swipe. Ooh, I got 3. Even better. Not so fast. Lizzie? Ow! Hey, that's sharp. Lizzie? Nope!
Dang it, Pooter. I just got that thing set again.
The Green Needle Witch!
Where?
That way! That way!
Ugh, you poor city kid. Do yourself a favor and stay indoors where it's safe.
Phew. Okay. Better get these bees back to Compton so we can find his friend. And so I can get that Senior League pass. Can't leave this card lying around. Ho! Psychonauts! Yep. Ho! Got it. Ho! Mom's really worried about you.
Oh, please. I'm the only one she doesn't need to worry about.
Yoink! Yep. Card! Got a side card. Oopsie. Hey! Yep. Ho! That song is pretty cool.
Quit making fun of me.
Yep.
Welcome to the lumber stack, where you eat like a lumberjack.
Ho! Ho! Yep. Ho! Ah! Yep.
forgive you.
Mom?
I mean, if little children never ran away from home, where would the circus get her workers, huh? What matters is that the Aquatos are all together again. And this little adventure of yours has actually given me fresh inspiration for our act.
Me too!
Did you see that unnatural and slightly gimmicky waterfall over there?
The one flowing upside down? Stay away from it. No water.
Too late, Nonna. It has already watered the flower of inspiration in my heart and blossomed into... Guess what I called it? Guess.
The upside-down waterfall?
The Devil's Fire Hose! Let's show our runaway how we do it, everybody. Queepy, on the bottom.
This would be easier if you didn't use so much hair grease.
It'd be easier if your head weren't so pointy.
Now, Rasputin, up top you go.
Yes, son. And then you could add a little psychic flourish by levitating this pine cone.
No. Then we pass each person up the tower like water flowing. No psychic flourishes, I told you. We are acrobats. We don't do parlor tricks.
Guys?
Why not a little of both?
Pops.
Oh, cretino.
You guys!
Oh, shush.
This is why we taught you how to fall as babies.
It's no use. We need the Aquatodon.
I'm on it.
Help him out, would you, Pooty? He's had to take on so much extra work since you abandoned your family and broke our hearts. That's a good boy.
If there's one thing the Aquatos know how to do, it's making themselves at home. Anywhere. That supply chest is full of Psytanium, but my side pouch isn't big enough to hold it. I should get a bigger pouch in the automatic. Oh! Hi, Nona.
Oh, hello, my sweet little turnip.
Are you comfortable? Do you need anything?
I'm happy as long as I'm with my family.
Aren't you cold out here in the woods?
Ugh, please. I'm from Grulovia. This is nothing.
Can I ask you about the curse?
Don't go near the water.
Yes, I know about that part, but...
Then you know the whole thing. All you need to know.
Do you hate psychics as much as Mom?
You mean fortune tellers? Like the Galunkios, the ones who cursed us? They are not natural. They are not trustworthy.
Nona, who's your favorite grandchild? It's me, right?
Oh, of course, you are my favorite. My sweet little Dion.
Well, I gotta go back to my spy stuff.
Good boy. Now don't get a big head.
Nice trick, Tala.
Is Nona looking?
Yes, and she looks really impressed. Hey, Mom.
Oh, yes, Rasputin?
What you doing?
I'm trying to perfect the devil's fire hose, of course. It's a risky one, but I think this might be the spectacle that puts the Aquatos back on top.
Can I help?
Yes. Tell me how to make the devil's fire hose reach even greater heights.
How about some
Finish that sentence, and it will kill your mother, Rasputin.
Maybe if everyone stood on tippy toes?
Everyone is already stretched to their full height. I should know. I stretch them every day.
What if we incorporate animals into the act?
Overall, children are cheaper and slightly cleaner.
What if we set everyone's costumes on fire?
Very exciting. But these are the only costumes we have, Rasputin.
Seems like doing the trick horizontally would be safer.
Safety doesn't fill seats, Rasputin.
What if everyone were singing?
I'd rather die in water.
Blindfolds?
We tried that before. Remember the big pink eye epidemic? Shut us down for a week.
Chainsaws?
Who will pay for the gasoline, darling?
Well, that's all the ideas I got. Sorry.
You really want to help me? Go find your brother, Queepy. He's wandered off again.
Top of what?
Top of the acrobatic world, Rasputin. As the Aquatos once were, before the curse.
You know, Agent Forsyth is a very important Psychonaut. And she's really cool, actually. I think you'd really like each other if you hung out.
The woman in the suit? We get along just fine. As long as we keep our distance. A circus can only have one prima donna.
Can I ask you about the curse?
Not too loud. You know your father doesn't like to talk about it. But as you know, a cruel fortune teller cursed our family, Raz. Every Aquato for all time is cursed to die in water. That is why we had to leave our grand aquatic circus behind and start again at the bottom in this humble family troupe. We may not have water anymore, but we still have the most important thing, right? We still have highly stretchable ligaments. Oh, yes, and family.
Who cursed us?
Too many questions. Stay away from the water. That's all you need to know.
I stopped arguing with that woman long ago.
Sorry about running away.
It's okay, Rasputin. I blame myself.
Really? Why?
I forgot to latch your door that night.
You latch our door at night? From the outside?
Only since Queepy started sleepwalking.
Okay, I'm going to go practice my acrobatics.
Aha. Remember, every time you lie, it takes a day off your mother's life.
That supply chest is full of titanium, but my side pouch isn't big enough to hold it. I should get a bigger pouch in the automatic.
Don't worry about helping out, Squirt.
Hey, Dion. Mom told me you needed help.
With what? Reading crystal balls? Beat it, Nostra dumbass.
Looks like you need someone to release the ropes. I'll just pop up there and take care of it.
Oh, really, Mr. Mental? You think you even remember how to be an acrobat?
You'll see. You sure look like you could use some help.
You look like you could use a tailor.
You sure you're using the right knots on those support ropes?
I don't know. Why don't you come a little closer so I can practice my knots on you?
Look, Dion, I know you're mad about me running away.
Don't flatter yourself. If you hadn't stolen Frazy's horse, we wouldn't have even noticed you were gone.
Hey, I sent Sugar Cube back home as soon as I got to the train tracks.
Poor little thing was exhausted. Next time you run away, instead of taking the world's smallest pony, call a cab. You'll get farther. Maybe we won't be able to find you.
Don't you think it's time to get over your anti-psychic stuff?
I will when it stops hurting our family.
Dad's a psychic.
It's a phase.
Frazy's a psychic.
Oh, that's a great example. Yeah, we should all be more like Frazy. Ow!
You wish you could be more like me.
How long are you planning on being mad like this?
Forever! Do you even realize what you've done? To the Aquato name? Psychics? Fortune tellers? You let out our family's worst secret.
This family has too many secrets. We'll be better off when they're all out.
We'll be better off when you're out.
Dion. Bye, Dion.
Adventure. Fresh inspiration. Okay, so that creepy mind stuff did save a little time. But I still don't have to like it.
Deal. And you're welcome. Seeing the old Aquato Dome again reminds me of a trick Dion taught me once. Ah, the Aquato Dome. It's not big, but then again, neither were our audiences. I'm just happy that it's not made of meat. Better bring these bees to Agent Blue. I'm not 100% sure about these air holes.
Squirrels!
Oh, Fur Lancelot, thank you. Are those the acorns I asked for? Yes? No. No, they can't be, can they? No, because I asked for acorns that were crushed, didn't I? Didn't I, Fur Lancelot? I hate to yell at you, Fur Lancelot, but I am the crushed one. It crushes my heart to see you not doing your best. Understand? Now, do I need to show you how to crush things? No? You sure? Okay. Good boy. Now, try again. But this time think about personal commitment and delivering excellence every day. All right? Sorry you had to see that, Raz.
I'll take that card. There's a narrow slot, but I don't think I can fit through it.
Five-minute rule. What's that? No, it is minute.
Hey, Sam.
Talk fast. Cakes are cooking.
I have some questions about pancakes.
Start flapping, Jack.
Why didn't you just go order some pancakes at the cafeteria?
Agent Oleander didn't give me any money. I assumed to test my resourcefulness.
What's your recipe?
Just the basics, you know. Eggs, milk, flour. Found most of it here, with a couple quick substitutions.
What sort of substitutions?
If I told you, it would compromise the perceived flavor profile.
Isn't that just straight up dirt?
For the umami.
Weren't all the supplies here kinda old?
Look, you can't take the expiration dates too seriously. They're just the food industry protecting itself from lawsuits.
And protecting us from, like, food poisoning?
No one's getting sick from my pancakes. Unless one of you jerks didn't wash their hands. Better late than never.
Where'd you get the milk? From the goats?
Oh, yeah, that would have been easier. Hey, it brought us closer, Fran.
You used eggs you found here? Old eggs?
No! Gross. I found some fresh ones. And you know, if you use enough syrup, you can't tell chicken from snake. Eggs is eggs.
Can I have a pancake?
You can have any that fall on the floor.
Thanks. Where'd you learn how to make pancakes?
Prison. Wait, what did I say? I meant from my mother.
I'm out of pancake questions.
Good, because I'm out of pancake puns.
What are you doing out here?
Well, you know my intern mentor, Coach Morso Oleander?
Yeah?
Well, this is the first assignment he gave me. Mission. Get me some pancakes so I can think. I think it's supposed to teach me something about the many layers of the mind. Maybe. I know the butter stands for lateral thinking. I got that much.
Can I ask you about your family?
Why? Because my last name is Boole, and because that's a famous family in the Psy community, and you want to network with me to further your Psy career? Go for it.
I'm a friend of your brother's.
Your head looks remarkably unexploded. Must be the helmet.
Has your brother Dogan really made someone's head explode?
No, never. Wait, you mean someone who didn't deserve it?
No. I mean, like, anybody.
Look, nobody's nerfect. Am I right?
Can everyone in the Boole family talk to animals?
Most of us can talk to them, but few of us really know how to listen to the animals. You know? For instance, I can hear you rolling your eyes, Mrs. Thatcher.
What can you tell me about Compton?
Gramps is nice and all, but honestly, he's a little weird. No, still too tough.
Okay, I'll stop asking about your family.
The fool's got nothing to hide, unlike some of these squirrels. Relax, I'm talking about your nuts. You guys still hide nuts, right? You guys learn to laugh a little, okay? You'll live longer.
So, have you always wanted to be a psychonaut too?
Not really. My true dream is to be a pet therapist, because I'm really good with animals. Right, guys?
Are you worried about Maligula?
Raz, Maligula's ancient history. My grandpa killed her by triggering an elephant stampede.
What? I never heard about...
You believe the official story, do you?
I gotta go.
Catch you on the flip side. Yes, it is funny every time.
Yep. Can't leave this card lying around. Stupid forest. Sensing some stray thoughts around.
Appropriate.
I'm gonna catch you, thoughts. Stray thoughts. Psychard.
Hey, has anyone seen Sherry?
Almost for my afternoon nap.
Is that
What's happening?
thoughts I'm picking up? Ha! There are... Oh! Excuse me, but how would you feel about me putting you in the body of Nick from the mailroom?
Young man, that is not a polite question.
I wouldn't ask, but it's really important.
Sorry, but it's gross. If you need a brain, go see Otto Mentalis. He's got hundreds of them in his brain frame.
Where's his brain frame?
In his lab on the other side of the quarry. Right across from the mother lobe. You can't miss it.
Be a rank riser, not some brand new items here. Let's combine that Psychor with your cards so you can rank up. Let's combine that Psychor with your cards so you can rank up. Psypops will keep you in the fight. Delicious. And good for your mental energy. Good choice. Dream for no refunds. Welcome to the Automatic. Come back anytime.
Hi!
Agent Bull, I got some visitors here who are really excited to.
Ah! I said one! I only needed one bee! Shoo! Shoo! Get out of here!
I got extra. They seem friendly.
Oh no! Don't all talk at once, please! I can't take it! I can't! It's too much! Too much!
Oh no! Don't explode! And don't explode me. Agent Bull?
Ah!
What's wrong?
Too many voices. Too many everything.
Want me to kill those bees?
No!
Like with fire, maybe. It's totally not a problem.
Please, don't hurt them.
Would you mind if I made a quick and very quiet, wellness check inside your mind?
Ah!
Scream once for yes, I may enter your mind, and twice for no.
Ah!
Great. Out of my way, bees.
No, not yet. I'm not ready. Cassie's not here.
Not ready for what?
Dinner.
Uh-oh. Let me guess. We're on the menu?
No. Worse. Judgment.
Court is in session. Please remain standing. If you're able. Never touch a judge! Let's take a 5-minute recess.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Compton?
Anything but this.
It's time for...
Ram it down!
Good evening. and welcome to Ram It Down. I'm your host, Tin Can Zanotto, and tonight we'll watch one lucky contestant prepare 3 increasingly complicated dishes in an attempt to please our celebrity judges.
Impossible!
He'll never do it.
He's nothing without Cassie.
And he's the nice one. Well, let's get to our first dish, a tragic delicacy from a troubled nation, a Grulovian drowned egg. Ooh. First, our contestant will have to find a very outspoken egg.
Oh, me! Pick me!
Boil it in hot water.
I'm all fired up and ready to go.
Prepare it with an unruly onion.
He said my name!
That's been sliced into pieces.
Just call me Pork Chopper.
Put them both together on a plate and see if the judges can bear to...
Ram it down!
Finish your dish before the clock runs out, and you'll win valuable prizes from the Mystery Box. What do you say? Think you're up to the challenge?
Sounds easy. We got this. Right, partner? Partner? Yeah, what was I expecting?
Chef has the egg.
It's happening!
Let's see if he remembers what to do with it.
Those goggles right off.
Finally can respect me.
No, a watch pot never boils.
Aha! I can connect to this now. I remember when I couldn't. What a treat it was. I like shiny things.
Well, don't just sit there resting on your boils. We've got other ingredients to prepare.
Got the first tag.
Onion on fire! You
I'm ready for the knife!
And he's boiled the egg! And that's a perfect chopped onion!
I feel like this is the real me!
Let's plate that ingredient, Chef.
What's that sound?
He's boiled the egg!
We make a great team!
Let's see if he can get it to the plate. He's assembled all his ingredients. If Chef would just hit that button, we can begin the presentation.
Did we make it?
I'm not sure. We'll find out, I suppose.
Eat!
Well, here we are, at the moment of truth. Will we be looking at a drowned egg or a drowned contestant?
Eat!
Reveal the meal!
So, what we did was, we took an egg.
Boring.
And we popped it into the water.
Pedestrian!
Then Then Chef had the idea to withhold the salt at just the right moment to create a sense of longing within the yolk, if you will.
You what?
We think it really improves the nose feel of the composition.
Compelling.
Bon appetit.
Surprisingly acceptable.
And that's not all. By finishing within the time limit, you've opened the mystery box.
Well, don't just stand there resting on your laurels.
That one was a gimme.
Let's see how you do on your next dish. Shoo!
Congratulations! You did it! How does it feel?
Well...
Fantastic! Well, get ready, because it's time for your next dish, right after this commercial message.
Those side pops are good. And good for you.
Council must not badger the gavel! Never touch a crewmate! Cross-examine, Counselor.
Agent Poole, an important thing to do when you're feeling over. I don't want to use the thought tuner while I'm inside a mine. I'm surrounded by so many stray thoughts, it might explode. Or you know, make a really loud sound. Ow! Watch it! I wonder what my mystery prize is. I should go get it. This hat box needs a hat box tag. Oh. I don't want to forget to pick up my mystery prize. Yep. I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby. Suitcase tag. That's what I need here. Yes! Got the duffel bag tag. I think I hear something. Maybe it's time to smash that button and get cooking. Aha! Here's the Hatbox tag. Watch it. I'm gonna help Agent Cool, I better hit that button and start the next mission. Cyclops, delicious, packed with mental energy. I need the steamer trunk tag for this guy. What's that sound? taste tag. Gotcha. I think I hear some emotional baggage. See, Agent Bull? You can do it!
Next one won't be so easy.
You got that right. For your next dish, you'll be creating a strawberry jam croque madame.
Ooh la la!
You'll need to boil another egg,
Easy.
take some bread,
I've already risen to the occasion.
slice it up,
Bread's much nicer once it's been through the slicer.
and fry it up on the griddle.
I'm getting ready to ribbit flip out!
What about the strawberry, huh? Hey!
Glad you asked. We'll need not just any strawberry, but a strawberry that's been blended.
Did someone call for patty puree?
All right, monsieur. It's time to show us your best madame. I wonder which ingredient he'll select first.
Hey! I hear you worked with my brother!
Walk in the kitchen, please. Especially with that.
Hey! I hear you worked with my brother! And to think I could have ended up a stupid chicken!
You won't be disappointed.
Chef needs to get that strawberry blended right away.
Careful, I lost an arm in there once. Once a good tastes human flesh, well, it changes the relationship. Trust me.
Why don't you come up with moving blades, razor sharp? What could possibly go wrong?
Fresh and smart and just a little tart. Right here.
Don't like being held.
Okay, he's placed the ingredient. Will he be able to pull back the pork chopper's action hoof? pushes that button, the chopping begins. Chef is now clear.
Let me help you out with that croque madame.
We only have 5 more seconds. Oh, sorry, I meant to look.
You won't be disappointed.
Chef needs.
There's the mental energy I need. Thanks, Psychonauts.
What are you waiting for?
Minutes left, oh my!
He's done it! All the ingredients are in. As soon as Chef gets that...
Croak, 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 croak.
What do you think, Chef? Did you get caught in a jam? Are you worried about croaking? Reveal the meal!
What do you have to say for yourself?
We have attempted to infuse this dish with,
Curiosity and resilience. The more sensitive palates among you will also discern just a dash of regret.
Slightly better than a mouthful of nails.
And that's not all. By finishing within the time limit, you've opened the mystery box!
Now be gone!
And bring us more food!
Well, you two must be feeling great after producing such a quality product for our judges. And speaking of quality products, it's time for a word from one of our sponsors.
Sentence you to death! Ha! My power comes raw! Ah!
Four quarts of law.
Thank you for helping me, young man.
I don't want to use the thought tuner while I'm inside a mine. I'm surrounded by so many stray thoughts, it might explode. Or...
I don't like being held.
Almost ready to hit that next button and start the next round.
You know, we might just get through this. Oh, I hope I didn't just jinx it.
Me too, because it's time for our third and final dish. Straight from the Lumber Stack Diner, it's the Honey Pepper Pancake Stacker. You'll need another egg.
We're old friends. He boiled my dad and grandfather.
Oh, but this time that egg needs to fry.
Then I'm your guide.
Next, you'll need a boar.
I'm just a pig, but trust me, I'm game! Get it?
Whatever, as long as that pig gets sliced.
That's a little sick, man.
And fried.
Wait, I gotta pull a double shift?
To give our pancake stack that signature beehive look, you're going to be using an actual beehive.
Woohoo! I'm all a buzz!
I wish Cassie were here to handle those bees.
But wait, there's more. The final touch of summery sweetness comes from a watermelon.
It's about time!
That's been chopped!
Sure, I guess. Kinda still thinking about that pig, though.
And then blended!
Oh. Looks like I'm the big finish.
No pressure, but this is Ford Cruller's favorite dish.
To mess this up would be an insult to the very heart of the Psychonauts.
Yeah.
So, chefs, better get cooking.
It's happening!
Chef needs to fry that egg now.
Careful with that. That doesn't smell right.
That's it. I think I've collected every figment in this mine. Yep. Yep.
Woo! Yo, Groggy, all right?
Quick, chef, get that ingredient back to the serving plate.
What's he doing? He doesn't need bread.
I've never sliced it. You know what? But a recipe is a recipe. This is weird. Edie? Is that you? Oh no, this just got a lot weirder. Hey, that wasn't so bad. No kidding? Well, say hi to your dad for me.
Is that honey pepper boar bacon I smell?
Not yet!
3 minutes left, oh my!
That looks ready to serve. Back to the plate.
You're moving the hive! Somebody get the queen! I hear the bubbles tickle when you're getting boiled! I can feel it's helping my lower back already!
Resist me! Chop me up so I can show you that I'm red on the inside. Just like you.
Ingredient in position. Now we must quickly grab the pork chopper's hook.
Quick moving blades.
Got it! Hit that button, chef.
Woo! Now it's a shifting!
Get moving!
Don't just stand there. Serve that ingredient.
I don't want to panic you, but I would say panic would not be completely inappropriate at a time like this.
Well, for better or worse, it looks like the dish is assembled. Just push.
Lumber stack! Lumber stack! Lumber stack!
Have I mentioned that when prepared improperly, the honey pepper pancake stack can produce an interesting byproduct? No? I didn't mention the possibility of a deadly swarm of killer bees? Ah, no matter.
Lumber stack!
Let's see what we got. Reveal the meal!
Is that the tallest stack you could manage?
It's taller than it looks.
Because we put the literal height of the horizontality of the flavor profile, if you will.
Moderately pleasant.
And that's not all. By finishing within the time limit, you've opened the mystery box! Well, Chef, it looks like you've won over not just our judges, but also our audience. How do you feel?
I couldn't have done it without this young man here.
No way! You can totally do this on your own now, Agent Boole.
No, don't say that.
That's great to hear. Because it's time for what, audience?
Double down!
No!
That's right. It's time to double down. Chef will be cooking alone in our isolation station, completely dependent on his sous chef to gather the ingredients he needs for the final 3 dishes.
Don't worry, Agent Boole. I'll get you all the ingredients you need.
What do you think, judges? Ready for another course?
No problem.
We're professionals.
We might have to make a little room.
Okay, first dish is vegetable medley. Ingredients on the board. I'm getting out of here before things get messy.
More ingredients. Exactly the thing. Hurry now. Good job, young man. My kingdom for an egg. Oh, I don't like it in here. Look out! Run! I think Cassie had said we'll just take this one vegetable at a time. Oh, please tell me this batch has the ingredients I need. Perfect! I need a strawberry. Why are you touching that regurgitated matter? It can't be good for you, and it must be unthinkably warm. Ram attack! More ingredients.
Rats! This isn't what I need.
Ooh, looks like he's got a good one.
It's the final ingredient. Now I just have to make this dish all by myself.
You can do it, Agent Boole.
I shall certainly try. You stay safe down there while I do my best.
He did it!
We did it!
As you know, in the Double Down round, the chef's assistant must serve the dish to the judges. Let's see if this young man has a passion for service. Oh, it looks like our judge liked that dish. Perhaps a little too much. Oh, but it looks like someone's ready to get back in the mix. It's gonna be messy. I'm out of here. Second dish is royal borscht. Good luck.
Oh, here comes some fresh candy. This is strong. Well, it's about time you found one of them. A slight whiff of vomit on this one, but I'll cover it up with spices. I can't bring home the bacon without any pork. Oh.
The ingredients are so nice, he's using them twice.
Watch it!
Quickly, sort through that partially digested bounty and find me my ingredient. Excellent.
Let's have an egg, please.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you. Oh, quickly! One of those disgusting moths might hold the key to our victory.
That's better.
I'll take it from here. Brace yourself for a hastily prepared dinner down there.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It looks incredible, but the judges say it's inedible.
Serve it before it gets up and walks away.
All right, let's see if our second judge can exercise a little more moderation. Uh-oh, someone's been overserved. And it looks like they're getting ready to flip out. But our final dish is no laughing matter. Mess up these jam tarts, and you'll find yourself in a sticky situation.
Oh, thank heavens. More ingredients.
Oh no, he's got the wrong ingredient.
That's the ticket.
Oh, yes. Oh, if I only had a watermelon, I could really make this dish sing.
Here comes the spatula.
please tell me this batch has the ingredient we need?
Take this. Nope.
Why are you playing with that? I don't want that. Please don't play with that.
Stinky. Exactly what the
Very nice. I don't suppose one of those goats recently regurgitated a strawberry by any chance? Oh, here comes some fresh candidates. Well, fresh is a strong
I don't want this. No offense.
Put that down. You'll spoil the dish.
It seems like the sushi.
Is anybody even listening to see that? I'm going to close my eyes. Oh, I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Oh, you never want to see how the food really gets made, do you?
Please, sorry that the goat rage and come about and find me my ingredients. We don't need one of those right now. Finally! It's the last ingredient. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like this one will be my best one yet. Dinner in a minute.
Eat. Never touch it. Eat.
Well, who are these jammy fellows?
Serve them quickly, young man. You never know what these tarts might do.
Run for the hills, folks!
Oh. Well, I don't know about you, but I've certainly had my fill of excitement today. All right, everybody, let's clean up this mess. Come on, get a move on. Clean kitchen, clean mind.
You see, this is why I usually get takeout. Oh, that is so Cassie. But what do you mean they won't let her out? What librarian? Here, my boy. You've earned this. I need to go find Cassie right away. Lost? We'll never get lost. I know that forest like the back of my hand.
Wait! Don't you want help? Guess he doesn't. With this Senior League pass, I can get to Agent Cruller in the bowling alley and try to reconnect that aspect of his mind. The bowling aspect.
Hey, kid.
Welcome back. Good to see you again. That choice says a lot about you. Don't be a stranger.
Almost had it. I just need to focus a little longer with my clairvoyance. Excuse me, Ford?
Sorry, with a client right now. Obviously.
Think you'll be done with that haircut soon?
Please, you can't rush an artist.
I see a big missing chunk on this side.
What's that?
Not to fear. Only temporary. All part of the process.
Would you mind if I jumped into your mind for a second? Just to even out some split ends.
If it'll keep you quiet, then go right ahead.
Someone's looking a little shaggy. Well, not to worry. A fresh cut and you'll feel like a whole new person. Just make sure you cut away the right parts, or your old friends won't recognize you.
I'm here to recover a piece of Ford's mind. and something tells me it's up in that lighthouse. You're my nugget now, okay?
No shame in it. Every head has its undesirable.
I can't jump with these things on. Lost, lights.
You think you get rid of those things, but they always seem to come back. Accidents happen.
Yeah, that was no accident. That was brilliant problem solving. trunk, Dad. Insects, but you're in my way. Huh?
What have you done?
Cleaned up the streets?
Those were peaceful protesters, Lucy.
Lucy? What's that sound?
Lucy, is that really you?
Ford, it's me, Raz.
Are you really the same person I used to know?
Ford, I just saw you. Remember the bacon?
I can't even recognize the person you become. I feel a bad storm gathering. Drawn close. Very close. Hey guys, that's a little bit too close, okay? a minute. You're not Lucy.
It is such a relief to hear you say that.
You're something from deep inside her. Something dangerous we accidentally unlocked. Hey, you lousy little Mike, how'd you get in here? Don't push me. I'll gargle a whole bottle of hydrocide if I need to.
Lucretia went to Grulovia.
She went back to protect her family, to help her country. Oh, but it changed her. War changes everybody. Inside all of us, we all have dark roots. Well, sometimes we need that darkness to survive. Careful. Sometimes it's hard to get it back in the bottle.
Oh, sorry, Ford. I dozed off there for a sec. Ford? Huh. I guess he finished up. Well, if you see Ford, tell him he did a great job. I feel like a completely different person.
Got one piece of Ford's mind connected. Now for the other two. I hope I'm doing the right thing, but Agent Zanotto is right. We'll need Ford at full capacity if we're gonna have a chance against Maligula.
Dream Fluffs! Get your Dream Fluffs right here at the Automatic.
Hey, kid.
Hey.
Sup, Chief?
Open up!
Look a little young for the senior league,
I keep all my gray hidden under the helmet.
Ah, good tip. Watch it. This disinfectant spray is lethal.
Hey, Coach. Aren't you supposed to stay away from, you know, death machine plans?
This is no death machine, soldier. This is a machine of peace. To protect the people you love from Maligula.
What do you call your peace machine?
The Psychomech Battle Bot.
Are you still gonna make that thing?
Those penny pinchers cut it from the budget.
Well, maybe that's a good thing?
Yeah. Now I can make it without any official oversight.
How are you gonna make it without money?
Son, the less you know about it, the better.
Yeah, no. Hey, don't you have an intern to take care of?
She's on an important mission. I sent her out to get some Nunya.
What's Nunya?
Nunya business.
Do you promise this isn't a plan to take over the world?
Rasputin, that was the old me.
Yeah, like 3 days old.
Anyway, with the money Forsyth's giving me, I couldn't take over this bar.
Well, I'll leave you to your plans.
Plans that will save your life, soldier.
Yoink!
well, might as well take some practice shots before the rest of the senior league gets here. Super washout. Ouch! Got a ball. Hey, 3 strikes in a row. That's a turkey.
Shouldn't you be wearing a mask?
Nah, I've got it in my blood.
Yep. Hey, Ford.
Shoes aren't ready yet.
What you doing there?
Trying to disinfect these bowling shoes. But I think I'm losing the fight.
Would you mind if I stepped inside your mind for a minute?
Sure. Better than you stepping inside one of these shoes. I tell you, it's like Germ City in there.
Wait, I'm not ready. Are you comfortable?
Ford? Wow. Ford and Lucretia dated? The couple that came here on the date, Ford and Lucy?
Yeah, they were just here a second ago. Cute couple.
Any idea where they went?
They went bowling. Duh! That away.
Giddy up! Here goes nothing! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, wow! Whoa! Hey, look at that giant Ford head. Wonder if there's any brains in there.
More than you got, Sonny.
The end is coming!
Oh, give it a rest, guy!
Death is coming from above! Guy was right. All hail Guy the Prophet.
If there's a piece of Ford's mind in here to reconnect, I'll bet it's up in that giant bowling pin head. Whoa! Okay, it's just like a giant pop bubble, made of bricks.
Hey man, what's the rush? Don't you know the world's ending?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go home, Sonny? Looks like Ford and Lucretia were actually quite an item.
Oh, you're asking for it, pal.
Hey, you, down by that ball polisher. A little help.
This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Can you give me a little boost, fella, huh?
I think I hear something.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah, that ball is too slick to...
I needs to fix that rail crane, and you're gonna help me, okay?
Let's roll.
I know what you're up to, kid.
You know it! The kids just love it!
Do I know the best places to take you all on vacation or what?
Yeah! Yay!
Suitcase tag. It's too sticky to jump here.
You can squish me, but you can't squish the truth.
Ah, this looks like the way to Ford.
Yes, this is the way. But the path to him is not always clear.
Thanks. It's too sticky to jump here. Gotta remember where I parked that thing.
Hey!
Sorry. I'll pay for that.
Hey, I was in.
Excuse me.
Please!
Coming through!
Hey, I know that guy!
If I'm gonna get to Ford, I need to fix that broken rail on the Kingpin Express before someone arrests me.
If this stuff wasn't in the way, I'd totally be riding that sick half-pipe.
Yeah, right. You're afraid.
How rude!
That's the stuff! Now, let's lay some track. When the world gets destroyed, I want it to be perfect.
Yes! Fix the Kingpin Express.
Buddy, that ain't the Kingpin Express. That's the foul line. It'll take you across town, but you gotta transfer to the Kingpin. At this time...
Man, this thing's big.
You're so brave. Why don't you do it?
I'm going to. I'm just waiting for my muscles to warm up.
What muscles?
Kingpin Express, I'm coming your way.
What?
Just keep under my head, or you'll be sorry.
Oh, do that again and you'll be sorry.
Out of my way! I gotta get to that giant Ford head before the city is sanitized.
him!
Yep.
Hi.
Stay. This nugget is saying to me, take me away.
Break time's over, Germs.
We're never gonna get this building finished before the big spray.
I believe in you, dang it! Sorry, elevator is having some issues.
I'm gonna dock you pay for that.
Chef,
No elevator rides for the moment, I'm afraid. Come back later. Our elevator needs a moment.
Man, when is quit? As soon as we get this building up. Now let's get to work.
Hey, everybody! Ella's working again, so don't bother hoofing it upstairs on your own, whatever you do. Hey,
Would you stop? Oh, come on, Elle. We talked about this. Ah.
Somebody get this kid off our quit messing around!
Yes! Back in action.
attention! Our beloved elevator now goes all the way to the top. No need to climb up there on your own. In summary, all is well in the world again. Except, of course, that it's ending. Next time, I might not be here for you.
What's the point of all this? The world's just going to end anyway.
Ooh, this one's pretty.
Excuse me, but...
Have you found your path? Are you ready for the 10th frame?
You better get out of here. Those germs aren't lying about the end of the world.
I think this Ford-Lucretia romance was more serious than I realized. Hey, it's Ford and Lucy. Sorry. Didn't mean to ruin your date.
It's here! Just like I said!
Here comes the big
It's the end of spring!
The big one!
Bring it
So beautiful!
Hey, bowlers aren't allowed in here. Now get before I spray you. Don't touch that. That's private. Oh!
You loved her?
Her name is Lucretia, but I called her Lucy. And even from that first date in that grimy bowling alley, I knew that it was too good to last forever. Hey, all relationships end one way or another. Well, I just didn't think it would end so badly. Hey, cheer up. Even Gutterballs return. Eventually.
Only one more piece of Ford's mind to reconnect. I'm making progress. What if Maligula shows up here? And Ford's not ready. I need to hurry up.
What's up, little guy?
Scanning access granted.
I'm sensing some stray thoughts nearby. People might think this thought tuner looks dorky, but I found some thoughts. Thanks. Yep.
Hey, that negative kid is in here.
Yep. Card. Hey, did the brain tumbler ever get deloused?
Yes, I finally did it myself. The infestation was my fault anyway. Should have kept a closer eye on that school tour group.
Yes, I'm ready to go to the collective unconscious. Looks like the budget of this show has been cut drastically.
You might say it was chopped.
But they kept that guy. Weird. Oh, here's the steamer trunk tab. I recognize that sound. My little friend is back. Good to see you, buddy. I might need some help getting around this mine. I think I hear some emotional Looks like Compton's mind is sorted. Emotionally speaking, I mean. Hey, little buddy. I need to get somewhere quick. Hey, I thought this world was sprayed out of existence.
Oh no, that's happening in a few minutes.
Oh, wow. The cycle continues. I'd better get my cleanup done quick.